about to go live. We're about to go live.
Na virusi vuno vingi kama Christian Bella, Pisantela, African Princess Nandela, tawalika na mapunga waje kula mchele, so natoa siri za nyuma tapa siti za mbele. Mapigo mama yanakwenda mbio, nisamehe kama napokwenda sio. Mapigo mama yanakwenda mbio, nisamehe kama napokwenda sio. Zile kata ukapinda mgongo, uliposema tango kawachanganya wabongo, vile sikupaki Mkenya wala sikupaki Mkongo, labda rushe matofali maana nishazoea madongo.
Do me, nanda kibiriti niwashe moto, baba leta ukuni.
tempo. Show me what you into. It could be so simple. Black and white, yeah. You come first like window. I see all potential. It could be so simple. Yeah. Like black and white, yeah.
I show you some, I buy you some, put you on some. Be the hand that catch your tears and still be your shoulder. And if they can't be stopped from falling, help you get over that dummy bridge. You need to cross over and change how you live. I know something got you stiff. I got a lot of this love to give. I want you to call dibs. I got some land inside of my ribs beating for you, can you hear? And just like any home, you gotta pay your bills and promise not to disappear. I got a list. 1, never give up on you or me or us. 2, you gotta be patient with me like I'm patient with you. I don't like to be rushed. 3, these pretend to be happy for you. You gon' have to learn to call a bluff. Cool. 4, nah, you got it. I know you the one. We the perfect two. Future with you, bright as my teeth, long as bamboo. Walked in the room, caught my view, and I just knew that was my cue to walk right through. Extend my hand just like real gentlemen do. Cause I'm well raised and I'm well groomed. Hi, I'm Boot, nice to meet you. Let me in your tempo, show me what you into. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
You come first like rain do. I see your potential. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
Don't make it complicated.
I'll be your piece, you be my baby.
Cut off my for my face. Black and white, yeah. Black and white, yeah.
Call me, baby, cause you be putting it down on me. In my bed, on your steps. When we loving, you know we don't care. All mine, like wine. Say ain't no got your heart bumping like I fall in love deeply when I look in your eyes. Fantasy the way you carry me, Mariah.
Let me in your tempo, show me what you into. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
You come first like rain do. I see your potential. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
Don't make it complicated.
I'll be your piece, you be my baby.
Cut off my for my favorite. Black and white, yeah. Black and white, yeah. What's all the playing around for? Just tell me what you down for. I'm G'd up like the ground floor. I couldn't be down more. Wherever did your crown go? You queen and you a nano. Drop it like it's for download. Link in the bio. I think that you're heavenly sent. Or better yet, girl, you make heaven make sense. That's why your heart got a fence. You let me in and you won't need that defense. An angel told me you gave heaven a scent. Let me in your tempo, show me what you into. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
You come first like rain do. I see your potential. It could be so simple, black and white, yeah.
Don't make it complicated.
I'll be your piece, you be my baby.
Cut off my for my favorite. Black and white, yeah. Black and white, yeah.
Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Higher, my home.
Do you want to join Homegrown Radio? No sweat. Attend our training course offered by Leadership 2020 called I Was Born to Speak on Radio. For more information, email iwbts@leadership2020.co.za.
Homegrown Radio. Brought to you by Leadership 2020.
Homegrown Radio.
Do Me by Nandy featuring Boldness, Next to See featuring Ari Lennox, Black and White. And that's how we open the Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. I am Mandy J. I'm with you up until 10. Good morning to you. How are you doing? It's 7 minutes after 8. It's the 23rd of March. It's a Tuesday. It feels like a Monday. And thanks very much to the team, like the She Drive, that did the program for us yesterday. And also to Major Keys, Keanu Bays, who also did the Homegrown Lockdown Breakfast, walk up all the way from El Dorado Park to say good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? We are in the Centurion Farm, the Homegrown Radio Farm in Centurion in Pretoria, South Africa. Where are you catching us from? Let me know on our WhatsApp number, where you catching us live from. I'm having a good morning as always. If you know me by now, you will know that I tend to enjoy my mornings. It's 0615802531. That's our WhatsApp number. The show today is very exciting. That's according to me. So we'll give you a little bit of headlines of what's happening in Africa. And then we'll also tell you what happened today in history. It's being the 23rd of March. And we'll also talk to Mpumalelo from Culture. I'm hoping he can educate us on how entrepreneurship happens in the township and how he has been experiencing entrepreneurship, especially during the lockdown. Lastly, we will talk about the drastic lies you told or were told in a relationship. I cannot wait for that. I'm really super excited about the menu for our Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. And obviously we've got some music for you, African bits, not just here in South Africa but all over the African continent. That is the music that you can expect from us.
In you. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya. My home.
Have something to say? Send us a voice note or a WhatsApp message on 061 580 2531. 061 580 2531.
Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya. My home. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home. Shuffle and hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Don't miss a show. Catch our previous shows on our Facebook page at Homegrown Radio.
Ekaya, my home.
Homegrown Radio.
Yep, don't miss the show on Homegrown Radio, 14 minutes after 8. It is Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast with Mandy J. It is the 23rd of March, and we are looking at what happened in history on this day. When I look at this year, though, it's 1901. It was land that the Boers were stuffing in British concentration camps in South Africa. And in 1980, 1980 is a bit better. 1980, the deposed Shah of Iran, Mohammed Reza Pahlavi, left Panama for Egypt. And lastly, in 1909, Theodore Roosevelt began an African safari sponsored by the Smithsonian Institution and National Geographic Society. So if you have an interesting event that happened on the 23rd of March, let us know on 061-580-253. It could be that even on this day, the 23rd of March, you were born and you are celebrating your birthday today. We are in the Aries season, so happy birthday to you. I hope you have a great one. Now, when we come back, I will share with you the top 3 headlines of what's happening in our continent. Sihleli Sakhile, I am Mandy J. It's 8:15. Good morning, how are you? If you have just joined us, welcome to it. I am having a great time here in studio all by myself. My team is, well, still enjoying the holiday. So yeah, it's a good one for me. You know, radio personalities, all they like is the mic. So I'm having a good time. Now, when we come back, I'll give you those headlines and we will continue with the day. Good morning to you and welcome to it.
And hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Don't miss a show. Catch our previous shows on our Facebook page at Homegrown Radio.
Ekaya, my home.
Homegrown Radio.
Listen to the future unfold itself. Listen to Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Advertise your product, service, or business on Homegrown Radio. Email sales@homegrown-radio.com or WhatsApp 061-580-2531.
Homegrown Radio, brought to you by Leadership 2020. Ekaya, my home.
Homegrown Radio, 17 minutes after 8. We are now doing your top 3 African continent headlines. It is Mandy J on Lockdown Breakfast. Good morning to you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Now, let's start in Tanzania. In Tanzania, as Tanzanians mourn former President John Magufuli, a woman and 4 children have died after the stampede in the stadium to view the body of the former president. It is suspected that more than 40 people have already died. Now, if we go to Congo, in Congo, Brazzaville, Guy Price Pate Coles, a leading opposition presidential candidate, died to COVID-19 hours after the polls closed. Guy Price Parfait Coles was one of the 6 candidates running against President Denis Sassou Nguesso, who is 77 years old, who has been in power since 1979, except for a 5-year period after losing elections in 1992. Hours earlier, the 16-year-old had appeared in a video shared on social media where he removed his oxygen mask and told his supporters that he was fighting death, urging his supporters to vote in the Sunday's poll. Lastly, regarding the African Cup of Nations, Chad will not take part in the final matches of qualification for next year's African Cup of Nations after being disqualified by African footballers' governing body. Now, Chad, who were already bottom of grade Group A and with no chance of qualifying for the finals in Cameroon, will no longer play their upcoming matches against Namibia and Mali in Group A. Instead, 3-0 victories will be automatically be given to those opponents. The decision comes after Chad's Football Federation was suspended by the country's Ministry of Youth and Sports. Now, that's what we have for our 3 top headlines of what's happening in Africa. You know, it's important that as we are living in our respective countries, we know exactly what is happening in the continent. Up next, we are going to have a conversation with Pumelelo, who is an entrepreneur, and obviously will be sharing his story with us and letting us know how he managed to grow his company culture. When we come back just after Banner Boy, I will share with you his journey and also his profile. And yeah, I can't wait to have that interview. It is 20 minutes after 8 on the Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. Good morning to you. I am Mandy J. How are you doing?
Music make me feel like it's all hard and I've been working. No go do like say I don't deserve it. Defend myself, me not fear no one.
African radio swag. Fresh out the box. Homegrown radio. Ekaya. My home.
Have you liked our social media pages? On Facebook at Homegrown Radio, Instagram homegrown.radio, Twitter at radio_homegrown.
Ekaya. My home. Shuffle and hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya. My home.
Don't miss a show. Catch our previous shows on our Facebook page at Homegrown Radio.
Ekaya, my home.
Homegrown Radio.
Listen to the future unfold itself. Listen to Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Advertise your product, service, or business on Homegrown Radio. Email sales at homegrown-radio.com or WhatsApp 061 580 2531.
Homegrown Radio, brought to you by Leadership 2020. Ekaya.
23, that was Banner Boy that we played you. We are now having Mpumelelo Advocate Mnisi in studio. It's 26 minutes after 8 on Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. If you've just joined us, welcome. On YouTube and Facebook, if you are catching us live there, I'm sure you can see my hat that I have. It's a design. It's the culture brand. It's a design by Mpumelelo. Now, Mpumelelo Advocate Mnisi is the founder and owner of Culture, the brand he was born and raised in the eastern region of Gauteng in a township called Kwatema. He is 21 years old. Are you still 21 years old?
Yeah, I'm still 21.
He is 21 years old and he's doing his last year at UNISTA, starting towards a BCom business management degree. And he's a very innovative person and believes in shaping his own destiny. That's a bit of of a profile for Mpumelelo, but I will let him share with us. Welcome to Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. How are you doing, Mpumelelo?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. I like what you have on. We gotta take pics of you and then put it on our socials so that people can see what your brand is all about. How are you?
I'm good. Very excited. Very excited to be here.
Yeah.
I think this is an honor to be here, and I'm very excited. You like a good guys right now.
So, tell me, culture. Now, I like your brands. So far, so good. It's quite creative.
Thank you.
Yeah, but maybe before we look at culture, you can just maybe share one word to describe yourself.
I'm very creative at times because I'm very focused on what I do.
So the one word is creative.
And I'm a go-getter. I go for what I want.
Yeah.
I'm a go-getter.
Yeah, a go-getter.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Very peace-orientated, so I love
you're giving me so many words. Go-getter, orientated,
there's so many
creative.
Yes.
Okay, all right. No, it's fine. I see that you are studying towards a qualification at UNISA. Do you believe that entrepreneurs should have a qualification? It's a huge debate, you know. So you have to think carefully. Your answer, really.
Well, it depends. Everyone has their own path, you know. Some people find success without education. Some people mix both of them. Some they just, you know, free flow it. So it depends who you are, what are you doing, you know. So with me, business is very important to me because I grew up under a business background, you know. My mom is an entrepreneur, my brother is an entrepreneur, my dad is an entrepreneur, you know. So everyone in my family is an entrepreneur. So I had like, but school is just there for that support, you know, knowledge and everything like that. But I believe that, you know, you can succeed well with school, without school. It depends on which path you are choosing for yourself.
Okay, all right. I like your answer. Now, how do you balance your studies with your entrepreneurial journey?
It's very, very, very hard to be honest because at times, like, I had to focus on my business and then exams. So, like, it's very hard to be honest. But I push, you know, you make a plan. You know, if you have to study at night, then you have to study at night. You know? So you have to make a plan. But with me, I set up a schedule. It's okay, this week I'm going to do this. I'm going to do half school, half that, you know. So, but usually I study at night when I'm done with everything. I take an hour, maybe an hour nap, like around 8, 9, then wake up and study and do my thing.
And is culture your first business?
No. This is my third business.
It's your third business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my third business. First one was the Collective SE. It was an event company with my friends. But that didn't work out because like we were too ambitious at that time. We didn't know so much about business, you know. We thought that, you know what, we're gonna be rich and everything. But, you know, and then like it humbled us. We're like, okay, we learned from this, and then
how old were you then?
I was 19, freshly out of school. Because like fresh out of school, we're like, you know what? We're studying business, you know, we're gonna be millionaires with my friends.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're gonna be millionaires, we're gonna do business and all that. And then sure, it's okay, no, this is not child's play, hey? So we had to learn from that. Then it came
what sort of events were you organizing?
Music events, like we wanted to do concerts and everything like that.
Oh.
So one of the problems was funding, like because the events need a lot of funding. At that time, we didn't have that money because especially out of school, you know, we don't have that much capital to do like huge events, you know. And we were so ambitious at the time. You know, we want to bring like so many artists and all that, not knowing good, you know, we're gonna face so many challenges and everything like that. Then we were like, we decided, okay, you know what, we're gonna take a break from this, and then we did SMT, right? But it didn't start. SMT was an insurance company for stationery, but I won't go back to that because we still working
for stationery.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Then the same thing happened again. Finance yet again didn't do us well, so we did finance. So we just, you know what, we're gonna go our separate ways for now. My friend's gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and then raise capital. And when we are financially stable in terms of our own finances, we're gonna come back and do our business again.
And then culture was born.
Then culture was born. Yeah, but culture has been there for like 2 years. I've been planning it for 2 years straight. Yes, I've been planning it for 2 years. Because firstly it was a cultural store RSA, which was an online store that was supposed to sell local brands.
Yeah.
But then again, same thing happened. Finance and influence I didn't have. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start an in-house brand, which is culture, you know? And like know what these people are experiencing before I wanna start people's brands, you know?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to start people's brands, but I didn't know what was going on at that time, you know? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start culture, and then I scouted the market. I was like, okay, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that, but there's no brand that represents Africa that much at a reasonable price, you know, because you get European brands, but they're very expensive, you know what I mean, like Matosa and Rich Meat, you know. So I was like, you know what, I need something that goes along with trends and is very affordable. Let me do this, you know. So I started with my hoodies. These are all my hoodies, right? I did my hoodies first. I was like, okay, this is nice. Showed a couple of people. They were like, okay, this is actually nice. This is new. I haven't seen this before. I was like, okay. We sold our hoodies last year, June.
Yeah.
And then came summer. I was like, okay, what's next now? Because now the hoodies are done. And then I drew a few stuff. I drew a few because I started with my t-shirts and sweatpants. Did the t-shirt and the sweatpants, and we did them. We're like, okay, people are like, this is nice. Hey, this is actually nice. And then like, okay, we wanted like a hat now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what's next? You know, I was like, what's next? And then I created my bucket hats. And that's that.
Okay. You know what? I'm having such a great time conversing with you. I think we're going to take a music break. And then when we come back, we'll wrap up our discussion. And you will tell us what is the difference between your brands and the other brands. Because, you know, when you're talking African textile and things like that, you know, someone might say, but there's so many of them. I also would like to know, you know, how are you managing in the township and things like that with your foot traffic? But when we come back, let's wrap it up.
Shuffle and hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home. Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
want to join Homegrown Radio? No sweat. Attend our training course offered by Leadership 2020 called I Was Born to Speak on Radio. For more information, email iwbts@leadership2020.co.za.
Homegrown Radio, brought to you by Leadership 2020.
Homegrown Radio.
Anachukua, anaweka, wa. Le général Dangote. Anachukua, anaweka, wa. Le grand. Anachukua, anaweka, wa. Osiamuka. Anachukua, anaweka, wa.
Tagamu kupendwa nawe, tagamu nasikia, tamu kupendwa nawe. Tamu kupendwa nawe, tamu kupendwa nawe. Oh maneno, tumeyazoea. Vijineno, tushazoea. Wapenzi wangu mbaya, kwani naosu shepu yake mbaya hivi naosu mtangaji malaya na wabusu nini wamegusa babaya na mwaka huu lazima wachuchume wameingia cha kike wameingia cha kike cha kike lazima wachuchume wameingia cha kike cha kike
anaweka wa
kwenye gari
anachukua anaweka
iwe jikoni au varandani
anachukua
twaleso jipepe oya kongo kyoto twaleso jipepe oye mose kunambi
jipepe
orikado mongo
jipepe
oya mama dangote
jipepe
doni fungwe
jipepe 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 jipepe
Papa mo be my yeah. 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 Ajata katura kugate alobagate. Sibaye. Yes, sure. Tuma. Akugate alinga katura alobagate.
Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio, Ekaya, my home. Listen to the future unfold itself. Listen to Homegrown Radio, Ekaya, my home. Homegrown Radio, brought to you by Leadership 2020. Ekaya, my home.
Tune in live via our Homegrown app, which you can download from the Google Play Store. Homegrown Radio.
17 minutes before 9, we are still talking to Mpumelelo Advocate Mnisi. Before that, I played you Utando Daki featuring Zex Bantwini and also Diamond featuring Kofi Ogomide Wa. It is the Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast Show. I am Mandy J. I'm not alone in the studio, never alone. We are talking about your culture brand. It's a clothing brand. And you were explaining to us that, you know what, you started with your hoodies. I see now you've got your hats. I've got one. I'm loving it. I'm hoping that you're going to leave it here in the studio with the rightful owner, which is me. Now, what I want to know is what makes culture different?
A lot of stuff, you know. Culture is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You see this has, it's not based on one particular culture, like individual culture, you know. There's a lot of different cultures that we bring to the culture table, you know, right?
Okay.
And then you're mixing it with the Western world, you know what I mean? Not taking our roots, you know.
So now that you've told me what's different,
Yes.
then what happens now? Your uniqueness is out of the window.
I always tell people that if people try to copy culture, the culture has a meaning, you know.
Yeah.
So someone would buy the hat would be like, "Oh, this hat is nice, eh? What's the name?" You know, so because they don't think it's culture is the name, right?
Yeah.
And then I say culture, and then
Yeah.
we see the reaction in their face. It's mind blowing. Like, oh snap, I get this. So like, let's then take let's say any brand, right? Let's say
Yeah.
Nike and put this. It doesn't make sense. It's okay. That's Nike, and then this is tribal. How does it conjunct with like the cultural effect of the thing?
Yeah.
So this is culture. It represents culture.
Okay.
You know. So if you put something else there, like let's another name. So let's say Mary Jane has.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask you how does that reflect to this, you know, because this tells a story. So
Okay.
This is the people infused with the latest trends.
I love
In
it.
a sense. The white one represents, for instance, Kota people, right? So when it becomes the way,
Where's the one that represents Zulu people?
it's not there yet. It's not. And
Ah.
let me tell you. Let me tell
No,
you.
it's fine.
We are not based on one culture at the same.
Yeah.
We are taking African cultures as a whole.
As a
you
whole.
Understand?
Yeah.
It's not good. Okay. No, we're focusing on the black cultures. No.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Now, what is your involvement?
But there's someone who's doing it for me currently because I can't literally be here.
Who does what? The sewing?
The sewing thing. I just need to sit there and sew it for myself. You know?
Okay.
Because sometimes you can draw something and then like, okay, I want something like this, and then you can't infuse it to it. But I'm learning, and probably by June I'll be doing my own stuff.
Okay. All right. Now you say you are based. You've got a shop,
Yes,
a
pop-up
pop-up store in Guatemala.
Kona Morudi and Khaswani.
All right. How's the foot traffic there?
It's a very busy street, you know. Khaswani is one of the streets that.
But is it busy with your target market, or it's busy with?
Everything.
Yeah.
Like if you're in Khaswani, you know. So Khaswani is like, you know, I think it's like a city in Soweto, right? And
Yeah.
this street is like dense park, like a street. So Khaswani is becoming that street, you know.
Oh,
because
okay.
There's a lot of traffic. You know, when you enter Kwatema, you have to pass there somehow. If you're going to Peace, you have to pass there. If you go to somewhere else, you have to pass there.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
All right.
Yes.
So, would you encourage entrepreneurs to open their businesses in a township? Because, you know, everyone wants to go to a mall somewhere in Sandton, in Mandlin, in Gate.
The money is in the streets, guys. One thing you should know is the money is in the streets.
Yeah.
Yes, there's money in the markets, in the malls, and all that, but the money is in the streets. And if we don't grow the township, because we come from the township, if we don't grow it, who's gonna grow it? You know,
Wow.
because if we are not there to grow the township to become suffer, you know, we will always find people that are disadvantaged. So we as entrepreneurs brand own like everywhere to the township, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now because now there's a store there, there's a culture store.
Yeah.
So someone from Pretoria might come to the culture store, you know. Now that person knows whatever, you know, because of culture. So if we don't build a township, who's gonna build it?
Yeah.
Because we are from there.
And then culture, it's homegrown, right?
Yes.
Tell us
Everything.
more.
It's every culture we sew it ourselves because you see this denim jacket I'm wearing,
Yeah.
we made it from scratch.
Yeah.
Everything.
And the fabric, it's also,
No, the fabric is not homegrown.
where is it from?
I think it's from China.
From China. Okay, but we're gonna improve on that.
We're gonna, of course. The aim is to get everything locally.
Locally
everything,
made. Yeah.
We're still working on that because there's not many in the let's say,
And that's also a
another thing.
gap.
Yes.
You know, for someone who's listening and who says, you know what, I don't want to make clothes. Maybe they can focus on making the fabric.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Sorry?
Is culture your last brand, last business to open?
I don't think so. I
You don't think so?
There's so many business ideas I have, but my current focus is on culture. Like, yes, I need to grow it to like be everywhere. So
And then-
nationally, everywhere.
So what's next for?
Designs and winter edition is gonna be fire, guaranteed, guys. Like,
Yeah.
just check out the winter edition because we're currently working on our
We must check out the
winter edition.
winter edition.
Yes.
Okay.
Just even this day.
But if someone is in Nigeria, where do they find you?
Instagram it's culture_r.s.a. Facebook is cultural store RSA. Twitter it's culture the brand.
All right. And do you have a number?
Yes, it's 061 112 9676.
Okay, all right. It is a Homegrown Radio lockdown breakfast. Mandy J. Just 9 minutes before 9 o'clock, we were having a great conversation here with Bumelelo. I've learned a lot from culture. Do visit our socials for more information on his brand. They say that if something is nice, you repeat it, like a coffee featuring J House.
And hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home. Listen to the future unfold itself. Listen to Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
When you dey go, we go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway. When you dey go, we go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway.
This some money intro. You know how the money thing go. Just tell myself a swing Joe. Some left each up, pull up by the venue. Dollar signs, no kinds, but me still a jingle. You know what I'm getting into. You got on everything, yo. We a beat them bad 4 black 3 blows. So what me do, man? Switch dance, switch ice, switch branches, yeah. We got to the nicest changes, yeah. Every day I fly, switch planes, we already popping when I need champagne, no. No, me I forget my pay. So me I for pray to the Father today. Money look for me, it's a kumbaya. But me telling me that I'm my way, say.
Where you dey go? We go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway. Where you dey go? We go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway.
As my wake I see, yeah. Blessings all on me. I took up my pockets all on F. You know, some stress is all on E. Oh, I can't believe it, no. This is how my mother conceived. She did tell me to be the best how I can be. So me know me, I do what I do in my country. I do, keep my steady advancing. I'm in a move, but my diamonds dancing. Up on the move, me a island dancing. Yeah, so much chip chop, no rely on chance. I know a bonds me collect bonds. Bonds me I make bonds. Hey, New York, London, France. Where the quick cash, where the ready finance.
Where you dey go? We go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway. Where you dey go? We go with the money then we repeat that. Anyhow, anyway.
Homegrown Radio, brought to you by Leadership 2020. Ekaya, my home.
Previous shows at Homegrown Radio.
Look back at where you come from and let yourself feel proud about your progress. You are living it. You are living through all the difficulties, and what you may not realize is you are living somebody else's dream life. Now take some time to pat yourself in the back, celebrate yourself, and say, I am living through it all, but the best is yet to come. Be your own cheerleader, enjoy your company, and have a great time alone with yourself. Be thankful and understand that you can handle whatever happens. Allow yourself to dream and be innovative.
Homegrown Radio. Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. It's Mandy J. It is 5 minutes before 9, and we are now getting into the topic of the day. So I had a long weekend. By now, you would know because I was not in yesterday. And as I was busy enjoying my weekend, I was scrolling on the socials, and I came across this conversation on Twitter, which got me thinking. So Sinenhlanhla Ngungwane was saying, ladies, anyone with a pregnancy test a positive, please send. Ngifuna ukuzama ye-weave. So that got me thinking, Kanti, what's going on? But hey, the conversation continues. Then Tombi Response says, then then buy a lever and throw in the toilet and send him the pic to say termination done. Oh, and this comes with ama laughing emojis. Hi Andy, Andy really takes it far. Andy then says, then after that, you say you need cleansing money. So you need a goat, and then you ask for money for a goat. So I was like, hi Boganti, what's going on? What's happening? What happens in people's relationships, Because I'm Mandy J. You could find that maybe I'm straightforward. I don't tell those type of lies. Maybe I don't tell lies at all. So I thought these lies are drastic. These lies are quite serious. And then I wanted to know, Ganti, what are lies? Are there different types of lies? Are there serious lies? I know that there's also something called white lies. White lies are like your yes instead of a no. It's like saying, how are you feeling? Then you say, I'm fine, when we're not fine. So maybe I do that. Maybe I'm guilty of that. What are you guilty of at home? Maybe as you are tuning into us, to the show. Maybe you're listening in the car and you are thinking, I do lie. I lie to the traffic cop when they ask me something. Let us know on 061-580-253 line. 31. What are the drastic lies that you have told in your relationship? And it can be any relationship. It can be a relationship with friends, with family members, with your husband, with your loved ones. Because when I visited Cambridge, the dictionary now, looking at the meaning of what lies are, what's the definition of lies, it said something like, it's something you say that you know is not true. So how many things do we say and we know that they are not true? And also what we're looking at today is the type of lies. What are the lies that are out there? I mentioned white lies, but apparently there's about 10 type of lies that people tell. So we need to have a look at that and then discuss further. We don't want to go empini, as Kelly Kumalo puts it, but what we want to do is just have a conversation. It is a morning, we're taking it easy. It's Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast Empini by Kelly Kumalo. Good morning to you. It is Mandy J. How are you doing?
Gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio, Ekaya, my home. Leadership 2020. Ekaya, my home.
Tune in live via our Homegrown app, which you can download from the Google Play Store. Homegrown Radio.
Do you have the face for radio? Are you the next queen or king of the airwaves? Are you a confident, talented individual who knows their purpose with a passion for the broadcasting medium of radio? If that's you, then this message could be coming to you just at the right time. How bad do you want it? Leadership 2020 presents the I Was Born to Speak on Radio training course, a 12-part learning experience that built you, your talent, and your radio game. Visit Leadership 2020 online to learn more on how you can join the dynamic program designed to...
Say, baby girl, I was yours and you are my world. Tell me what you wanna do for me now. Take you down and I will hold you to run my race. Cause you run it right there. Run my race, cause you take it right there. I've been down, I've been running right there. I've been out, cause you take it back there. Pull up tonight, I might be risky. Buy me stomach, forget the whiskey. But you still wanna get back with me. You tryna be the one and deal with. Don't got my phone, you're not in my man. You miss the way in not the one chance. I live my life, don't need you with me. Yeah, yeah. So tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now. Cause I'm done with you now. No more damages now. So tell me what you need from me now. You know where I need to be now. Cause I'm done with you now. No more damages, no, no. Tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now. Cause I'm done with you now. No more damages, no. I know what you need to be now. Cause I'm done with you now. No more damages, no, no. No more damages.
Believe in the potential. Believe in you. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Have something to say? Send us a voice note or a WhatsApp message on 061 580 2531. 061 580 2531.
Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home. potential. Believe in you. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya. My home.
Have something to say? Send us a voice note or a WhatsApp message on 061 580 2531. 061 580 2531.
Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya. My home.
Yep, Homegrown Radio is home to Nigeria. It is home to Kenya. It is home to Zanzibar. It is home to South Africa. It is home to Wena Eswatini. It's 15 minutes after 9. I am Mandy J on Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. We are now having a discussion around the drastic lies you have ever told. These are the lies that you told yourself or you were told in a relationship. I played you I'm Falling by Black Coffee featuring Rai X. Have you fallen for any lies? We have in studio Morena Kolose. He was so touched by the topic, he came all the way, dropped everything to come and share his story, to say, you know what you've just shared when you introduced the topic, where the lady's asking for a pregnancy test and she wants to get money for e-weave, and the other friend is saying, and on top of that, ufake isibindi toilet, it's done. And omunye waqhamuka wathi, that's not enough. So that you can do e-cleansing. Now, Morena Kolose is here. He's saying, you know what? I have this experience. Morena, welcome to Homegrown Radio. How are you doing?
Hallelujah. Dumelang.
Dumela ntate. Riteng wena o kae?
Lena kiteng.
Mare Morena utlwile si story saka today. Forgive my Setswana. Batsung. Mara utlwile si story saka today. Wa tlogela sotle. Wa re ke a go Homegrown Radio.
Hey, dintho tse e re tsang ke banyana.
Ha
di omnona.
Ba kwenzile now.
Hey, ha di omnati.
Ba kwenzile now.
Yeah.
And then
ke sale ka tlwana le ngwanyana o mongwe. Ka 2018. Hey, ngwanyana ola wazama ho ntshwara.
Wa kutshwara ka pregnancy.
Pregnant.
Awa, why did she do that?
Akiri relationship ne se fela. So ka motsa hore na ke a tsamaya. A sa batla ho dula le wena.
Yeah.
So yena are Morena before tsamaya o na le ntho e nya go botsa yona.
Yeah.
Ke pregnant.
Yo, wathaba.
Ke wa hao. Na ka tao.
Wathaba.
Ke tlo ntate Morena.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kanti?
Hey, so kare okay, whatever, for the sake of the child. Na le wena re tlo tlwana. Hai, ke tlwana le yena because of ngwana. O mo tsileng. Yena wa zama hore re robale kaofela ka re no. I'll say girlfriend yaka. Na ke mo because na le
Morena.
So o bona nako e tsamaya. And a re robalane. Wa bona hore hey.
Niti itlatswa.
Niti tlo.
But
Morena. Niki boa maka. Dignagana hore o tlo nqolela re tlwane hape. Na ke yo pregnant.
Morena.
God is good all the time. Who know? Ki dutse or who be ke apere le jasa that to survive.
No. I was also shocked. Like I maybe and actually
Sibiti sesikana.
Let's not say sibiti sa banyana. Ke sibiti sa ba
go toilet.
Sibiti. Morena is real but private.
Yes,
you know.
Modimo teng ka dinako tsotlhe. Se analog le se digital se panya.
Hallelujah.
Thanks, Murena. If you've got also a story that you want to share with us on 061-580-2531, you can do that. We are on Homegrown Radio, Africa's gift to its tribe. It's 20 minutes after 9. We are talking about the drastic lies that you have ever been told. When we come back, I will share with you the 10 types of lies that being told. It is Mandy J. I have to wonder, hey, Murena's story, it's touching me. I have to wonder if I personally have ever been told lies or if I've ever told any show. I was thinking that, no man, I'm not that type of a person. Ongasho indaba zama fake pregnancy test, alahlele ibindi afake cleansing money. No, no, I don't think I would go that far. But am I that type of a person whom you would ask, how are you doing? And then I say something ngiraiti. Maybe I would. Maybe I would say no ngiraiti. Uma ngingekho right. Because maybe I don't have time to unpack why ngingekho right. And I can also even do that to, I think, my husband when the moment is not right for me to unpack ukuthi yini kahle kahle engenza ngibe right. Burna Boy featuring Zlatan says of lies that people can tell.
Grown Radio, Kaya, my home.
Do you want to join Homegrown Radio? No sweat. Attend our training course offered by Leadership 2020 called I Was Born to Speak on Radio. For more information,
you are not a fellow, so what's your excuse? It is the problem when it the other of my son. Oh yeah, ude. Zlatan ikile pona le walere. One more kule for one of my shele wo buya mikere ni sibo kumo for fere. Oh yeah, hallelujah. Ramita le ni sebi tsuya. Male koya le ni tipagara bima. Ebi kola so like God na shia. Ne lo so futo kutoko. Kuti wale ko ni tipadi ko. Papa mari tupa ko eru ko ni mo pato mo pesa ko wale mo ni ko fe shaku.
It's STG.
2020. Ekaya, my home.
Tune in live via
Homegrown Radio.
26 minutes after 9 on Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. It's Mandy J. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. I'm still shocked by our topic. It's the drastic lies that people tell in a relationship. We had Murena Kolose, who came through. I mean, he couldn't bear it. So he came all the way to tell us here in studio in the Homegrown Radio Farm in Centurion in South Africa, to tell us a story, you know. In fact, his own personal experience of what happened to him, where His former girlfriend lied to him and said she was pregnant. Meanwhile, she was not pregnant. Yeah, so yeah, people do tell lies, and it seems lies that people tell. There's 10 of them, but I'll share 3 of them, and we will post on our Facebook page the rest of the 10, the rest of the 7 lies that people tell. We get this information from Justice Clearing House by Sheriff Nash, who is a seasoned professional in the criminal justice arena with 40 years law enforcement career, and his current role is the CEO and founder of Police Dynamics Institute. Now, the first type of lie is the lie of denial, where the subject flat out denies claims or allegations, how to discern if the denial is truthful, and how to invoke truth from denials through. I saw something like that on the television. If you watch The River on Mzansi Magic, the leading role there is Lindy, a very, very mischievous lady. So she was caught in a lie by her husband, who's the police commissioner, and she just flat out denied and said, hell no, it wasn't me. Now, the second lie is the lie of a fabrication, where the subject makes up a story and the foolproof technique to spot a fabricated story. Now, yeah, this one is common. I sometimes people, they lie for no reason, really. So this one, they make up the story and voila, it's like the story that Morena shared with us this morning. The third one is the lie of omission, where no outright lie is made, but specific, often significant portions of the narrative is left out, and verbal indicators to watch out for this type of lie. So here you omit the truth. You don't say. I think maybe most of us might be guilty of the lie of omission, where you omit something. Yeah, I think. The other one is the lie of invasion, where you evade something, you are not direct, but I'll put up the rest of these lies on our social media, so that you are also educated and you are able to spot these liars, because you don't want to be spending money for all sorts of things. I think also from the story that I shared, that I came across on our socials, like if someone is pregnant, I think it starts with you being responsible in the relationship, and then they come to you and then you agree to termination of a pregnancy, then you must pay for that. And then also, so I think it's also you need to pay, watch your role that you play in a situation. Now, would you say that any of these type of lies that I've just shared with you are acceptable or necessary in the relationship? I'm still wondering, have I ever told any drastic lies? Now, the common drastic lies that I know that I have been told, I think I'll give you my top 5. It's the lie in an employment relationship, from CV to interview to employment. I have been practicing human resources for 16 years, and I've had the pleasure to review people's CVs. And obviously, I would say from my career, I have been told these lies. And then my top 4 would be a lie about one's marital status. I think as a young, gorgeous lady, I have come across some dashing frogs that that have misled me before I was married, that have misled me in their marital status. Yes, I've experienced that. Top 3 would be a lie about financial status. I would say that if I'm still talking about those frogs, they would exaggerate their financial status. Now, financial status to me is really not important. So, people do that. And my top 5 of the lies that I've experienced is people have lied about their medical condition. Yeah, that's true. In a workplace, as I've been a line manager, I've been lied to about people's medical condition. Yes. And then top 1 would be to lie about your relationship with certain people. I would say I've experienced that. I work with S Major here at Homegrown Radio, and if you ask me who's S Major, and then I say to you, oh no, he works in the technical department, where else the relationship goes beyond that. Yeah, people do tell those lies. So that was my top 5 of the drastic lies that I have been told in the different relationships that I have been in. Now, have I ever told a lie myself? When we wrap up, I will share with you the type of lies that personally I've been told and my view on lies as such. Let us enjoy CC featuring Mafiki Zolo, Hamba Naye.
Radio, Ekaya, my home. Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown radio, Ekaya, my home.
It's legendary.
Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
23 minutes before 10 o'clock. We are now wrapping our talking segment. Why are we lying? We're talking about the drastic lies that we tell in a relationship. And the question really is, why are we lying as we are wrapping up? I had a look at an article from Forbes titled Why We Lie and the Neuroscience Behind It. It's dated the 17th of October 2020, so it's quite new. It says that we lie to save face, to avoid hurting other people's feelings, to impress others, to shrink or shirk responsibility, to hide misdeeds, and as a social lubricant to prevent conflicts, to get out of work, and many more other reasons. I don't know if I agree with some of these reasons, but that's what the study shows. Now, do you think it's a good thing to tell lies in any form of a relationship? I think that sometimes, yes. If you are in an abusive relationship, you can lie if you need help to exit the relationship. People will tell you that if you are in an abusive relationship, what you should do is that you should have an exit plan. And that exit plan involves being financially financially independent. So meaning that you must have your own finances so that you are able to exit that relationship. And that relationship can even be a marriage where you need to hide those finances, and that's where you'll be lying to your spouse. So in fact, you need to get out of the abusive relationship faster than you can tell the lies. That's what I would advise. Now, the lies that I'm also talking about, I mentioned this one, is if you are also in an abusive relationship, someone would ask you, your abuser can say to you that you must not talk to a family member, and you must not have friends and things like that. It goes on and on and on. So obviously, if they walk into the room and you are talking to your mother or your father, and then they ask you who were you talking to avoid being beaten up, I suppose you can lie, and see how you get out of that. But like I'm saying, get out of that abusive relationship instead of planning your lies. Now, under normal circumstances, I think we shouldn't lie. There's no need for us to lie. But if you have a toddler, if you have experience of having a small baby, you would know that toddlers, in fact not even toddlers, small babies like infants, they lie, those babies. So it starts from there, and then we grow up. Now as we grow up, we should know better. I also have Toby in studio. Now Toby, he like Morena Kulosi, whom we had earlier on, he just can't hold himself. He came jumping all the way to the studio to say, you know what, Mandy J, this topic we are talking about, I have my 2 cents that I want to add. Toby, welcome to Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me, Homegrown. This is such a great platform. I would like to say thank you to Mandy J for having me. This is a humbling experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you want to add to our topic?
So this topic, in terms of lies, right?
Drastic lies.
Drastic lies. There's been a point. Okay, so I'll hold myself accountable, right? Because I've also had a point where, when you've lied so much that you believe your own lies.
Yes. So you've lied so much.
I've done that before, and it was like something that I had to break through, because you're confident. You're like, okay, this is what it is, right? And no one is right. I am wrong. Right?
Yeah.
And then you believe your lies. So it's not even a thing. You're trapped in your own lies, and it's just so many things, and you think you're okay. Meanwhile, you're not.
Right? Yeah. Just share with us just one type of lie that
Okay, so I had a thing where I would say, oh no, I know. So I think I was like in the 6th grade, so I was like 12 years old, right? And I used to tell my friends, yo, I know this artist, like personally, because like I like this artist so much, right? And I used to say, yeah, no. In fact, I'll even say the artist was Ulo Ushane Ego, right? I used to like him so much, you know, whatever. But I know him personally. On weekends he comes and chills and we rap together, and we will spit verses. Sometimes I produce the songs that he's made and whatever. And I actually got caught. Because it was like one person called my bluff and they said, okay, cool, you know him, right? Put him on the phone. I was like, wow. That's where I was like, okay, I can't. I got caught, and I learned from that, and I was like, you know, it's just reality is reality. You can't change. So I can make that a reality, but I shouldn't really lie. It's bad. I don't like it.
No, I agree with you. And that's how we wrap up our talking segment on the drastic lies that you have told, or drastic lies that other people have told in your life. It is 15 minutes before 10 o'clock and we are wrapping up the segment. When we come back, I want to share with you a heartwarming African story that's touched my heart. I Choose You by Yemi Aled featuring Daju is going to
En lingala na lingio. Dès le premier rendez-vous, je me suis fait des films, tout un tas de scénarios. Toi tes parents ne t'ont pas loupé. J'ai fait le tour du monde, j'ai pas vu ton double. I got love for you, je peux te suivre, ne t'inquiète pas pour mon cardio. Si on nous cherche, dis que nous ne sommes pas là. Pas là, pas là, pas là. On a laissé le monde là-bas. Là-bas, là-bas, là-bas. Et pour ma part, j'ai déjà choisi. On aura tout le temps de réfléchir. Partir sans jamais.
Leadership 2020.
Previous shows at Homegrown Radio.
Look back at where you come from and let yourself feel proud about your progress, as you are living somebody else's dream life. Now take some time to pat yourself in the back, celebrate yourself, and say, I am living through it all, but the best is yet to come. Be your own cheerleader, enjoy your company, and have a great time. Self to dream and be innovative.
Homegrown Radio. Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Shh.
Nobungamnika na next week ni mistering. I'm chasing gold when I'm a gold. You're not gay. Tomba me la pendi. I'm chasing gold when I'm a gold. You're not gay. Tomba me la pendi. Tomba me la tomba me la tomba tomba me la tomba tomba me la pendi. Tomba me la tomba tomba me la tomba tomba me la tomba tomba me la pendi. No bunga ni kabo na misteri. No bunga pagi pende ne lace the misteri. No bunga ti browse on flick ni misteri. No bunga ni gonna next week ni misteri. Devo, 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 no bunga ni kabo ni misteri. No bunga pagi pende ne lace the misteri. No bunga ti browse on flick ni misteri. No bunga ni gonna next week ni misteri.
Let's go, what's in my cat? You need that taste so hot, but say, he's right, I take going on the teach. Fast kata. Let's go, what's in my cat?
Ni kabo ni misteri. No bunga pagi pende ne lace the misteri. No bunga ti browse on flick ni misteri. No bunga ni gonna next week ni misteri.
What's in my cat?
Devo, 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 devo.
On a three, Ibu Sani P. Messi Planile. Okay, it was me. I get so upset when you ignore my post. I like it when you like it. This morning ding confess. This talk on your page. They type and they delete. They wanna go online. And then I bite my lip. Kondazi no kondazi. I love you ndia yazi. Waste that time. Inbox and number. Please call future baby. Future maybe. Future wife. Please call future baby. Future maybe. Future wife.
Let's go, what's in my cat?
Devo, 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 devo,
Let's go.
Shout out to you, shout out.
Leadership 2020. Ekaya, my home.
Previous shows at Homegrown Radio.
Look back at where you come from and let yourself feel proud about your progress. You are living it. You are living through all the difficulties, and what you may not realize is you are living somebody else's dream life. Now take some time to pat yourself in the back, celebrate yourself, and say, I am living through it all, but the best is yet to come. Be your own cheerleader, enjoy your company, and have a great time alone with yourself. Be thankful and understand that you can handle whatever happens. Allow yourself to dream and be innovative.
Homegrown Radio. Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
As we wrap up the show, I want to share with you a heartwarming African story. It is about Thembi Kambule, who is from Eswatini. She is HIV positive, and she helps other people who are HIV positive to have a good death. This is a concept that I heard about when I was reading up on cancer death. So what happens is that there are people who help people who are dying from chronic illness to have a good death. Now, you will know or might not know that when you are dying from a sickness, a chronic illness, you might not have had time to process, that you are going to die, or to accept that you are going to die. So it helps to have people like Thembi Kambule who are nearby. And Thembi helps with 3 kinds of death. The first one is the common one. The person looks at her with blank eyes that says, it's over, I have given up. And then Thembi watches as they close their eyes and let go. A life lived in secrecy ending in shame. This is a bad death. And then the other one is, the other one is the person has a message or sometimes a warning for someone they will leave behind. There is a lesson they have learned that they want to pass on. And the third type of death is the best type of death. It's a good death. The person is about to die knowing that they will leave their family and community in proper order with all conflicts resolved. This type of death doesn't need Thembi's presence. So this is what Thembi does in her community at Eswatini. She helps people with, or rather she helps people have a good death. So I found this story to be very heartwarming. I think as a spiritual person who believes that, there is a life, after death. So yeah, I thought, what, this is a heartwarming for someone to take their time and actually help people to get through death. Especially sometimes you find that maybe your relative that is sick. We had lockdown, and you've not been able to travel to your relative and help them go through their chronic, their illness, their bedridden, And then you have someone like Thembi who will be close by to your relative, and they will take a message from that person. And I suppose the person who's dying, they'll be able to let go freely, knowing that, there was someone like Thembi who was there to take the message and will share the message with their community members. Sometimes the person who's dying, they have a message, they want to call on someone, and maybe they want to apologize, or maybe they want to clarify something, and you'll see what maybe that is what is holding them back. So Thembi is that person that helps other people to have a good death. And that is my heartwarming African story. It's DJ Shbu featuring The Observer, Stronger. And then when we come back, we'll wrap up the show, and you'll hear from my 2 friends who have been here with me in studio.
And hustle on Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home. Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Minutes after 10 on Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. Do join us tomorrow as we do the Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast 8 to 10 with myself, Mandy J, and Tuser. I couldn't wrap up the show without allowing our two friends who came in studio to greet us. We are really treading on Perspectives time here, eating up on their airtime, and today they'll be talking about would you donate your organ. Our two friends, hello. How are you? What's your name?
My name is Tabile Manas.
Tabile Malang.
My name is Khatlisa Manas.
Wow, so you guys have been on the Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. How did you experience that? Do you want to learn how to speak now or how to be on radio? Is it? Why do you want to be on radio? It's fun. Oh, so what you witnessed here today was fun. That's it from myself, Mandy J, on Homegrown Radio Lockdown Breakfast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do enjoy the Perspective show. Would you donate your organ is the question they are asking. Let's say goodbye.
Bye.
box. Homegrown Radio. Ekaya, my home.
Have you liked our social media pages? On Facebook at Homegrown Radio, Instagram homegrown.radio, Twitter at radio_homegrown.
Ekaya, my home.
Invitez-moi chez toi ce soir. Laisse-moi te faire ce que tu aimes. L'amour que je te porte n'a pas de limite. Tu seras ma maman, tu seras ma chérie. Je te suis, tu me fuis. Je te fuis, tu me suis. Juste une nuit pour me sentir près de toi. Laisse-moi t'aimer comme on t'a jamais aimé. Je suis tombé amoureux d'un coup, d'un coup, d'un coup.